Hi everyone, this is another Wyckoff Crypto Trading Lab market update on February 23rd, and let's look at the price action. All right, so quite a significant reaction. And by the way, before I go into analysis, thank you so much for both of those on Discord and also on YouTube, pointing out to some of the spikes, the tails, the weeks that I had on the chart. So I tried to mitigate that and go to the Binance data on some of the charts. So I got rid of some of the tails on Ethereum, I believe, and some other stocks. I'm sorry, stocks, crypto assets. Okay, let's talk about the technical picture. So this is, more about the charts, but let's start with the Bitcoin. All right, so we've had a rally that had diminishing demand characteristics, especially in this area right here, right? So the first two pushes were news-driven Elon Musk type of pushes. There was some demand right there, but then look at what happens next. And obviously, the next buy is of the most importance because it's a down bar. That's number one. Secondly, it's a change of behavior bar. So our suggestion right away, yesterday was that we're in the trading range. We're somewhere here. And obviously there is a trading range preceding this action. So I want to come back to a couple of things. First of all, remember what we said about this rally. Our expectation right here was that maybe we're going to come back into a higher low. Well, this might be kind of happening in a slightly different way, right? So we are rallying and then we are going down. And I would be expecting that we should find some kind of support around this bar because this is where demand came before and this is where they bought in through the resistance. So I would be expecting some kind of attempt to rally from here. If that's the case, we're still in this trading range. We're still in a structure above the structure. And this is truly a change of behavior, and we should be expecting more of the testing action, at least at the minimum, something like this, but more of like a trading range. Now, another scenario, more bearish scenario, could we possibly get through the resistance, through the support, and then, go maybe to the lower parts of the previous trading range? Definitely possible, but this bar obviously has its own gravity, all right? So this is where the price goes, and this is where the price should try to find some stop in action. So we'll have to see. By the way, the volume signature is expanding on yesterday's bar with the slightly diminished spread, less progress on the close, less progress on the low. So this is, obviously bullish, but at the same time, today we don't have a follow through to the upside. So this shows weakness. So we're still not out of the woods. Having said this, let's look at the long-term picture of this whole thing. And we're definitely seeing that we're still pretty much in the very big uptrend. There was a lot of institutional buying in this area right here. So all of that have been institutional buying. So I would be thinking that the price just falls into kind of like this area at the worst case scenario. And then we still sustain some kind of long-term structure to that. We could be potentially still in this formation, as I mentioned before. Something like this, where maybe we could recover like that. But for now, the working hypothesis is that we are in the backing up action of this range right here. So let's just see how that's going to materialize. Okay, let's look at something else. DeFi also is having this type of meaningful change of behavior. Right away, you could see that this bar right here is the largest bar that we have seen on the way up since this low. So therefore, definitely something that we should be thinking that is going to be unfolding for some time. So now this range makes a lot of sense then, because this is where the stopping action has happened based on the climactic volume signature, based on the climactic run, 3 attempts to stop, 1, 2, 3. So this is very typical in the strong acid type of momentum move up. And this all could be labeled as a buying climax trading range. So then this becomes a change of behavior for a new trading range. Now, we don't know the boundaries of the trading range on the downside, but we definitely know the boundaries of the resistance. So it's right here. So let's just assume that, let's say we stop here. So here's our trading range. And this is where we should be residing for some time. Something akin to what has happened here. We could see the same type of unfolding structure where a climactic run is being concluded by the buying climax trading range, which is distributional in nature. They're selling into the strength, and then a change of behavior bar, and then we go into a trading range. Now, in this case, this is the trading range that has downsloping structure to this. Judging by the way how this bar unfolds with the big tail, we're probably going to be a little bit more horizontal in this way. Okay, let's look at shitcoin. Kind of the same picture with shitcoin. Again, this bar, this latest price action reminds me of this action, right? So we still have a small trading range before that, small trading range that leads to a change of behavior, and then we go into some kind of range. So I would be thinking the same way. We also could be comparing it to this, and obviously we see that maybe the most current action is a little bit more aggressive. So that the duration of the trading range should be more than what we've seen here, and this would mean that, like more than a month. And we'll just have to see how the structure of the trading range might unfold. Okay, so what else is interesting? Let's look at Ethereum. And with the Ethereum, again, I want to bring your look at the longer term picture. Whenever such events happen, always go into the retrospection of how does it look on the long term chart? Is it still appealing for the long-term uptrend? That's number one. Secondly, what are institutions doing around this area that is creating this type of structure? And we kind of seen that the trading ranges usually will start with this type of the reactions. A lot of them will be preceded by this chirpiness of the price where the demand is slowing down and there is some selling into the highs. So that's what we are kind of seeing here as well. So again, would be expecting some kind of trading range to start unfolding. Chain link, same picture. So we definitely concluded this up move. We are done with this. And now after the change of behavior, we're expecting some kind of either continuation to the downside or a reaction. And they all kind of look the same. So news really drive this market so much. Okay, so what else is interesting? Let's look at Polkadot. Same thing. This is the largest reaction so far since, let's say, this low right here. And then the spread and the volumes coming in, suggesting some selling. So again, we have to see what kind of recovery or continuation we're going to have, with an idea that maybe we are just going to consolidate for some time. All right, well, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and until tomorrow.